DeMarcus Cousins of the Los Angeles Clippers has said that Paul George is one of the best players to ever suit them up. And this is something that, I had to look at and really consider because Paul George receives a lot of flack. And it also got me thinking about another guy who also receives a lot of flack, and that is Rudy Gobert. Now, these two are, some of the most polarizing, guys in the NBA. I don't think people hate them, but a lot of people, they don't like them or they don't respect what they have done, not only in this league, but what they have done for the game of basketball, whether it is obviously good, bad, and quite frankly, sometimes very entertaining for all of the wrong reasons. First person I want to start out, well, for both of them, I want to start out with, the ultimate goal was to win a championship. Now, as we see with a lot of great players, a lot of good players and solid players in this league or in any sport, they don't, necessarily reach the pinnacle of, making the NBA finals or even, winning an NBA championship. So, other things they have to fall back on are their individual accolades. These play a role in how they're going to be viewed in the future, by people that are, not born yet or extremely young who didn't get to see these guys play at their peak, and the question is always going to be, what can these two be? And the question that I want to try to answer is can Paul George and Rudy Gobert be in the Hall of Fame? Are they Hall of Famers? And should they be considered for the Hall of Fame? Because right now, regardless of, when you decide to watch the video, what they have done right now, it can't be changed. They can only add to this, or they can, maybe not add to this. But this is what's on their resume, and let's talk about it. So, we got Paul George, Fresno State University, obviously Los Angeles, California. He is a 7-time All-Star. He led the league in steals before. He's 6-time All-NBA, 4-time All-Defense. He made All-Rookie team coming in, so that shows you he came in right away. He wasn't a bust. And he was the most improved player. Paul George has had success, from the beginning. He played with the Pacers, who had some really great teams. He played with Lance Stevenson. He played with David West. He played with Roy Hibbert, George Hill. Guys that are, not the best players, but they rose and shone, and they had some great battles with the Miami Heat. And at that point, Paul George was a young buck in his league, and he was going against the big three in the Miami Heat. And that's something that you got to respect. LeBron James hit a buzzer beater layup, on them. Or, we could have a conversation about them possibly going to the NBA Finals. 7 All-Stars is a lot of All-Stars in terms of the NBA. There are guys in the Hall of Fame who have, 2 All-Stars. And you can see a lot of guys in the Hall of Fame that have, less than 5 All-Stars. So for Paul George, he's meeting the threshold of at least 5 All-Stars because he has 7. He's a steals champ. Not a lot of guys. There's only one person each year that's a steals champ. And then he's 6-time All-NBA. For those who don't know, All-NBA are the best 15 players in the league, voted on by, obviously, the media and others. So that means for 6 years of his career, he was one of the best 15 players in the league. We talked about his Indiana days. He was great in Indiana. People forget that when he played with OKC, he was in the MVP conversation. And something that goes, that's not noticed in this league is the defense. 4 times in the league, he was one of the best 10 defenders in the league, Paul George. He, without a doubt, is a Hall of Famer. Paul George, whether you like it or not, will be going to the Hall of Fame. He has the All-Stars. He has 2 more All-Stars in the average of 5. He's All-NBA. 6 times he was one of the best in the league, and he's 4-time All-Defense. He will be a Hall of Famer. He will not be Paul George will not be a first ballot Hall of Famer, but he will get in at least his 2nd or 3rd time on the ballot. He will make the Hall of Fame from Los Angeles, California, and Fresno State. Now let's get to the most polarizing defensive player of the year in history, Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert does not have 5 All-Stars. He only has 2. But he did lead the league in blocks before, and he's 4-time All-NBA. So even though he was and we have to remember, even though he wasn't an All-Star, he was still voted one of the best 15 players in the league. Do I believe he ever, one of the best 15 in the league? I don't. But he has 4 All-NBAs. And then we have to look at 5-time All-Defense. All-Defense is very impressive. He made it 5 times. And then he's a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. The question is, and he obviously shut the league down in 2020. Well, he didn't. He technically shut it down. I believe that it would have got shut down anyway, but people look at Gobert as the reason why the league shut down. Even though he has 3 Defensive Players of the Years and a 5-time All-Defense, I don't believe that Rudy Gobert is a Hall of Famer at this point. I just don't think he has enough. Now, something that could get him in is that we see like a lot of international players, they don't have the resume that United States players have, but their overall impact globally, obviously with him being from France, and we'll see if he plays for them in the Olympics, what they can do. That can maybe bolster his overall basketball resume. But if we're just strictly talking the NBA and being in the Hall of Fame, I don't see it for Rudy Gobert. But Paul George is a Hall of Famer. Not first ballot, but he is a Hall of Famer.